Two of the NFL's best starts challenging each other here. Off we go in a Week 4 showdown. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Three yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. First carry of the game for the rookie out of Alabama. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st to 3. And after using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. From the gun, it's May. That's caught for the first. It's a race down the right side. Touchdown, New England! The Patriots take a 6-0 lead right away. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Younghoe Koo on for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Patriots will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. First down, and they go right back to him. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Here's 2nd and 7. He's on the move. He takes it himself. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Vegas first down. Lone back gets the handoff. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Raiders first.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Tried getting that one to Brock Bowers. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have...
And oh, he got it! Interception! Kirby Joseph picks it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. To throw, here's May. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
May now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. Completed to his running back. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
To the air, 3rd and long. Finds a man right side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. May now from the gun. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
You know, that's one of those cases, and we see it at every level. He simply took off before he got full possession, and that's simply a drop.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. May looking to throw. Hits his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's the one back on the handoff. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they got to be looking to one another. Hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He's going deep this time. He's got it at the 30. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Raiders get it down to a single point. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Raiders tie this game 7-7. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Simple dive up the middle. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Going play action, May. Dumps it off to his running back. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Third and just 2 to go. Made a throw it. Hits him on the out route. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a New England first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll run here on first down. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Patriots football. They'll begin the quarter with 2nd and 8. Throwing from the gun here. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
Not just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. May. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
The Patriots have their punting unit out. And this will be his first effort of the contest. Massive hit! The ball is out! And they steal it back on the return.
I'm pretty sure his special teams coach is going to have a talk with him after that one. He can get as creative as he wants and do whatever he wants. Just don't lose yardage or the ball. You start doing either, and there's a problem.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Back to the air. It's May. Run in right side. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Dose of the hurry-up offense here. Laying out a throw on 3rd. Has him on the quick hitter. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Pittman sent in motion right. On first down, they'll run. And And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. It doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. On play action, here's May. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it's 3rd down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing is May. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential 1st down.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Herbert back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Bronco. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's a handoff up the gut. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Herbert from the gun. just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Pats will take over. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly when he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They put a receiver in motion right. Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
No, it's not a running back, but it's a receiver carrying across the marker, Kate. I'm not even calling this a trick play anymore. It's about maximizing your resources and your asset, and this receiver shows you he can be a tool as a running back.
To the air on 1st down, May. He's trying to push the field. This one will be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10 now. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass... complete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
On 3rd down, Herbert. He has the 1st over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
They get 2 on the run, and that brings up 2nd and goal from the 4.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Raiders could break this tie for a halftime lead. They'll try again from the 4. It's 2nd and goal. Running for it again. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Raiders get some late points and the lead. Looking to tack on the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. The Raiders kicking team is out there and they'll boot this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And that's incomplete. Wanting to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he can take the lid off the defense at any time.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. On the gun, it's May. Buys time, rolling right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, a better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing off the play fake here. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. He's got it inside the 25. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And he brings it in for a New England touchdown. The Patriots earn the chance to tie it before halftime. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Return coming from the 6. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. Now Herbert to throw. Connecting on the slant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Herbert on first down. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be second down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Fits it through the middle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Raiders get some late points and the lead. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Fields the hard squib kick. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. May on first and 10. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. Now the Patriots calling their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
May trying again here on second. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. That one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
May now on third down. Throwing deep for the end zone. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Thought he had a touchdown there. So that brings up 4th and long.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going, and when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. they'll run the counter. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost in a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish.
Fighting for the goal line. Oh, he lost it. Someone punched it out. Scooped up by the Patriots.
Man, did those sidelines get loud. I think we all had to figure out what the heck was going on and who recovered the ball. But the minute they see the defense gets it, Kate, look at them. They save 6 points, and they get the ball back for their offense.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from his own end zone. Forced out to his right. He's running with it. 16 yards on the play. And that's a New England 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, New England.
Now a give on the counter. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Operating from the gun, here's May. Hits his running back. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
And he's able to drive up past the 40. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
From the 42. He gets a lot behind one. Deep downfield. It is caught at the 20. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play. That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's 1st down. One of the tight ends motioning left. Hand off to the back. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
From the 16. This one's caught. And all he needed was one more stride. He's at the 2-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Just 1 yard on the run. Still in good shape, though, with 2nd and goal from the 2. May now. And they will score. It's a New England touchdown. The Patriots start the 2nd half with some needed points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
That one splits the uprights. And the Patriots tie this game at 21. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Has this at the 6. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. give now to the running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Gets everything he has under this throw. He's got it deep downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kim, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. He gets him 3. This brings up second and goal.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Offense in the hurry up here. Third time's the charm. He gets it again. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. They get 1 yard, but nothing more. It's fourth and goal.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. First down, didn't score. Second down, didn't score. And now third and goal, can't find the end zone either.
He's touched down behind the line as this one goes the wrong way.
That play is a go-to so many times in this down and distances. But defenses, well, they can expect it too. And look at the defensive line, man, were they ever ready for it? Tremendous push inside and kept them from reaching the chains.
They're out and set, first and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he's not going to escape. They could not get the push they needed. That's going to be a safety. So they give away the lead on the safety, and now they're going to have to give away the football with a free kick. Pulled in at the 20. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now first and 20.
Let's go.
Throwing now, Herbert. Complete here to Bowers. And they get to him and touch him down.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
They kick the running back in motion. He throws a bullet down the right side. That's caught at the 25. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Buying some time left. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Raiders lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders push the lead to 2 scores now. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return coming from the 6. He lost the football, and the fumble recovery is made.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. And when they fly down the field, they got 2 things in mind, Kate. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown! The Raiders lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Raiders leaving the offense out there. They want to add 2 more to that touchdown. Herbert's going to look to throw for this. And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails.
That is a gold star effort by the defense. First and foremost, you got to defend against the run on this short of a field. To do that and adapt in time to force an incompletion, that's a win-win.
Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. This our last play of the quarter. Sending a receiver left. 1st down throw for May. Finds him on the crossing route. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Patriots with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. First and 10 from the 41. Right up the gut. No one around. He's got space. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. First and 10 from the 41. Going play action, May. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They can revisit that play.
He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. And the Raiders get...
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a 1st down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. Has room Raiders make it a 3-score game in the fourth. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders grow the lead now to 22 points. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. And he's brought down after a short gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Some early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. Offense to the line for 2nd down. May now from the gun. Chased out to his right. He's taking a shot down the sideline. He's got it inside the 10. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. The back's got it. And he has the New England touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And the Raiders are able to secure the kick. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back to the well again. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Running back sent in motion. Herbert now to throw on 3rd. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders have likely locked up the win right there. Kicking team out to try the extra points. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders stretch the lead to 23. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Has this at the 6. Good looking return here, and he's got room. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. He puts everything behind this one. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air. It's May. Finds him over the middle. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a 1st. Working quickly here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Pittman's got it. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And the Patriots will have a first down. To the air yet again, May. Has it down close. Touchdown, New England. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
He's throwing for it. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points. Okay, Brock, dialing up another 2-point call. And you remember when your friends didn't have a voicemail and it would just ring and ring and ring? It's still ringing. Falls short again of reaching that end zone.
Yeah, this defense is not doing very good between the 20s or even in the red zone, but they do find a way to rise up. This is always my challenge with being super aggressive, is why give that defense something to feel good about coming off the field after you put 6 on the board.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you could just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump. And, well, they got one of them to move that time. Tight end in motion left. Running it after the penalty. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down too. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play, just as that tight end did.
They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Another carry for him. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Raiders on their way to their 3rd win of the year. Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. They give it to him again. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Let's go now.
The trick play unsuccessful. His throw falls incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready. Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Returning it from the 4. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Oh, hang on there. Hang on a moment. Looks like we've got an injured player on the kick return. They're going to check on him now. To the air on first down. May. Dump off caught by his back. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
He's got it over the middle. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a New England first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Going to the ground again on first. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
That one's incomplete in the end zone. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're first to 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Here's the handoff. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that pass.
And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots get it back to within 2 possessions. Koo on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Patriots drop the lead back to 13. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Raiders able to cover up the onside try. That seals up this game. Even with that kick, there wasn't much chance of pulling off the comeback. And now that they failed to recover, partner, I'd say this one officially over and done with.
They went out taking every chance they could, right? Swinging as much as possible, but you just can't have this big a deficit this late in the game. Pete Carroll likes to say, can you win a game in the first quarter, the second quarter, third quarter? Nope. You win it when it matters in this league, and that's finishing in the 4th.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. The Black Hole can take that party over to the Vegas Strip as the Raiders win at home. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Raiders winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.